Hey everybody, I'm the Blues32, and this looks a touch familiar. Some call him Trilby, and as a name it suffices. He's been called many things. A burglar, a hoodlum, a criminal. I prefer to think of him as a gentleman thief. Well, no I don't, I'm lying. He's making me say these things. My friend phones me in the middle of the night and asks me if I know about Defoe Manor. Apparently the last of the Defoe line is obligatingly died without heirs, leaving all the family values up for grabs. All the valuables, not values. The lawyers have got the place locked up tight, of course, but that's never stopped me before. And the place is, of course, deserted. I has a hat. Yes, this should be a painless and rewarding evening's entertainment. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Day 1. Ah yes, this interface. That's the window through which I entered this place. An Armstrong 14 steel safe. I can crack these in my sleep. I'll go to sleep and let's try that out. Damn, empty. Guess the family solicitor got here first. It's an empty glass front cabinet. These are the kind of books the middle class keep around themselves in order to appear learned. A rather dreadful portrait of a woman, early Victorian style, and I notice a wedding band on her finger. This must be the wife of the mansion's first owner. Bachelor of Law awarded to Clarence Defoe by the University of Warwick. Clarence Defoe was the last owner of the house who recently died, and I think I have just lost whatever sympathy I had for him. Doesn't seem like a Victorian furniture. Must be an addition made by the most recent tenant. An exclusive executive chair, upholstered in black leather. It might be worth a bit of pocket change, but I doubt I could get it down to my car. The drawers are all either empty or full of meaningless paperwork. Well, poopy. It won't open. Must have been jarred shut somehow. Well, I guess I'll have to take the old-fashioned way out. Try breaking it, Trilby. It's too bulky to carry around, it's also unsigned and therefore valueless. They have no value to anyone except the owner, and he's dead. What? Oh no, no! Stay away from me! Stay away! How come he gets a running animation? Keep forgetting I'm wearing this thing. But who the hell was that guy? I was under the impression this... Wait, I should putting on a slightly British accent. Sorry? Yeah, you have to speak up. Guess he stopped. Here we go. It's a door. It's a door. It's another door. It's what we in the trade call a... It's what we in the trade call a door. It's a large rectangular piece of wood used to fill large ungainly holes in the walls. It's a door. What more is there to say? As you have probably already figured out, this is a door. I'm not sure what sort of accent he should have. Guess he's getting a posh one. My keen senses tell me this is a door. Is this a door I see before me? It's larger than a window and smaller than a garage, so I guess it's a door. I think of all the doors I've seen here, this is by far the best. I take it back, this is the best door in the whole house. I used to go out with a girl who had a door just like that. Have I already told you about the girl who had a door just like that? Her name was Patricia. She had eyes like sapphires, hair like a fountain of night, and the most incredible pair of earrings I had ever seen. Anyway, she left me for the lead singer of the Doors, which explains why this door reminds me of her, I suppose. Sorry, I have a tendency to ramble when players won't stop looking at the bloody doors. She went out with Jim Morrison? He was the lead singer of the Doors, yes? Locked. Still locked. Footsteps. I really could do with a haircut. That you could. It's a very understated mirror. Just an ordinary bathroom mat. House sounds. Happens all the time. Excuse me. I shouldn't think there's much underneath. Yeah, you shouldn't think, because you're not looking. I hate bidets, they're so decadent. An immaculate porcelain lavatory. It's a shower curtain, or rather a bath curtain. The bath is very clean and white, probably recently used. Excuse me. Nothing here. How anticlimactic. I'm not the sort of cat burglar who leaves the taps running out of sheer malevolence. When I need it, I'll let you know. When I need it, I'll let you know. I thought maybe you'd want to wash your hands. Aren't I already talking to myself? Possibly. An ordinary telephone. Perhaps this could be my ticket out of here. An edition of the local rag. One should always keep abreast of day-to-day events. It's a copy of the local paper dated last Friday. Heir to Defoe Estates found dead. Sir Clarence Defoe, last of the long-running Defoe line, was found dead yesterday in his home. Defoe, 24, was found hanging from a tree in the front yard of Defoe Manor. His recent bride, Julia Swanson Defoe, was also found dead in the mansion and apparently stabbed to death. Inspector Jacob Barnes, the officer in charge of the investigation, has closed the case. There's no mystery here. Excuse me. He said, Defoe killed his wife and probably then himself. We've already disproved the possibility of a third party. Sir Clarence Defoe's solicitor, Michael Crasham, has already gone on record questioning the inspector's judgment. The last I saw of Sir Clarence, he was infinitely content. He would never have committed such an act, plus there was no suicide note. Indeed. The line's dead. Somehow I was expecting that. No latch, no chain, no deadbolt. Doesn't even have a keyhole. So why won't the bloody thing open? This is becoming very tiresome. Straight from the Argos catalog to your living room. Now this is what I call an antique. Nice finish. Probably fetch a decent amount if I can find the right dealer. It's a rather amateurish landscape. Excuse me. The signature identifies it as the work of Matthew Defoe, circa 1818. A Welsh dresser. How very bourgeois. Some examples of popular Victorian fiction. A nice sit-down can wait for later. Let's just walk around the couch. I think finding a way out of this place is higher on my priorities than stealing the furniture right now. Excuse me, gosh, I am sorry. It's just ornamental. It's an ornament. The drawers and cabinets are all empty. I know some pretty unscrupulous art dealers, but I doubt even they deserve this. I doubt any of these would be helpful. It's an extension cord for the VCR. The TV must have another power source. Just a plain old VCR. Aha! A Sony MH400. Some collector's value here. MH400 was becoming defunct at around the same time as the Rubik's Cube. This is one obscenely overstuffed sofa. I fear it would swallow me whole. Doesn't seem to be a tape inside, and I just, took the extension cord so it's not plugged in anymore. Excuse me, I keep yawning, I'm sorry. As the years, the society of the world is still shaken by the found dead last Thursday in the phone. Our correspondent Peter Daugherty has the report. Even 4 years ago that this place was a buzz of activity as Sir Clarence Defoe moved in with his new bride, Julia Swanson Defoe. Now, after this shocking tragedy, the place is quiet as a tomb and empty of human life. The client had only proven his attachment to the Defoe lineage almost 1 year ago, and since then had been renovating the long-abandoned family mansion in preparation for his marriage. The police have already declared the tragedy as a murder-suicide, although many have insisted that Sir Clarence was incapable of such an act. The debate rages on while the fate of the house and the family fortunes remains unclear. This is Peter Daugherty, BBC News. Thank you, Peter. Our top stories again. Mr. I know that was a woman. I still wanted to give him that voice. Not blind, I could see the pixelated cleavage. Hey. Oops. It's about time you showed up. Accent. Her voice or something. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You're the guy who owns this place, right? No. Oh. How'd you get in here? Window on the second floor. Is it still open? No, it jammed shut. Damn. Well, looks like that house has a new guest. Hope no more turn up. We've only got 5 chairs. If you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Wait a minute. Oh, I beg your pardon. Harty's the name. Philip Harty. Call me Phil, and you are... Trilby. Mr. Trilby, I'm afraid you are now a prisoner. Like me, like everyone else in the house. Excuse me, God. And I am not keeping up with this text. It's somewhat difficult. The garden's walls are unclimbable and I can't turn under it. But why? Who's keeping us here? Beats the hell out of me. Whoever it is, they will certainly not be safe from my fist once I get out of here. So if there's something you're not telling me now, now would be a good time to get it off your chest. I assure you I am completely mystified. So, how many more people are in this place? Only 3 more. First there's Jim, the youngest. He turned up just after I did. He's a good kid. Second, Simone Taylor. You probably know her off the telly. She's a correspondent for the BBC. She came here to make some documentary, I think, but now she's stuck here with the rest of us. Lastly, there's AJ. Skinny bloke with a tash who won't tell us who he is or where he's come from. All I know that he's been here longer than anyone, nearly a whole week. I think I've already met him. Oh, what a heartwarming story. Anyway, why don't you see if you can track them all down? I'm calling a house meeting in the lounge. Spread the word. I trust you'll enjoy your stay at Defoe Manor, Mr. Trilby. I still don't understand. Just find the others and tell them to meet up in the lounge. We can discuss things properly then. Oh, wow, that was a mistake. That is not going to be easy to keep up. Tiger had melted in the act of snarling, presumably to justify its death in some small way. A very old step-up photograph of a man in explorer's gear standing over a dead tiger. The label reads Sir Roderick Tames, a savage Sir Roderick Tames, a vicious beast. The gun that he's holding looks a lot like the one over the fireplace. So it's not enough to kill animals in Africa, he has to come and do it in Canada too. It's an ancient picture of 2 men in full hunting gear. The label reads Sir Roderick and Carstairs. This photograph portrays a native bearer in an aggressive stance before a very wary-looking lion. The label reads Savage versus Savage. It's a very old photograph of a small collection of straw huts. This label reads A Native Village. Evidently someone fancied themselves as a big game hunter. Or maybe they just fancy themselves. It's a bell jar containing a rather hideous-looking wooden idol. Even if I wanted that ugly thing, which I don't, I'd have to break the glass to get to it. No thanks, I have a thing about lions. Do you? I think the instinct to stick a hand in the fire was evolved out of us as a species a long time ago. The antlers wouldn't fit inside my blazer. Ugh, this thing's heavier than it looks. I'm not carrying this thing around everywhere. Better find a place to put it down. Tiger head. This looks more like car boot cell material. It's been lit recently. I'm hearing a lot of footsteps. Now the reason I wanted to do this one again was because the original playthroughs I've done of these games, the audio is all messed up. I didn't know how to balance things correctly. So at times the game audio was too loud, at times it was too quiet. Now that I know how to do it, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it properly. It's a pleasantly professional quality portrait of a bearded man in a Victoria explorer's outfit. The little plaque at the bottom reads Sir Roderick Defoe. A nice varnished oak dining table, probably bought in from an IKEA. Just some cheap wooden dining chairs. There's a time and a place for rest. There's nothing on or under the table. It's too big to carry around with me. Wait. I am going the wrong way. Unless I'm very much mistaken, it's Simone Taylor, television personality. Pardon me, madam. What? Oh, hello. Philip mentioned we had a new guest. You're Simone Taylor, right? Yes, you must have seen me on TV. And you are? Trilby. Got a first name? No. Hey, wait a second. Not Trilby the cat burglar. Oh, wow. I presented a Crime Watch special on you once. Oh, man, I wish I had a camera right now. This could be huge. You wouldn't consent to an interview, would you? Madame, even if I did have a sudden retarding brain injury that would cause me to do so, don't you think our apparent imprisonment is a slightly more urgent matter? I admit I thought so the first day I was here. But I've been here for about 4 days now, and I really think I'm learning a lot about this place. If I could only open these infernal doors. Philip's calling a house meeting in the lounge. Yes, it's so like him to do that when a new face appears. I'll see you later, Mr. Trilby. Your heels sound remarkably like my own shoes. Strange woman. It's a sensible attitude. You spend all that time looking for a way out, you're just gonna go drive yourself crazy. Excuse me. A brand new fridge freezer unit. Just a plain old kitchen cabinet. This cooker looks like it's never been used. The kitchen sink of everything but fame. Just a door. Evidently no one cares if I starve in this place. The cabinet contains a large bag of salt. It's too big to carry around with me, but if I ever need lethal quantities of salt, I'll know where to look. I don't need to wash my hands right now. Maybe if I had something to cook, but I don't. A single dead twig must have come off the tree. Pick up sticks. Hey! Huh? Hey! Huh? Hey! Hmm? Is someone up in that tree? Oh, hi. You're new. Have you come to set us free? No, apparently I'm a prisoner now, too. I'm guessing you must be Jim. Sorry. Thought I might be able to get over that wall. But the tree's too far. And there's this ravine just outside the wall, too. So I understand, yes. Philip wants us all to meet up in the lounge. Oh, okay. I'll head there now, then. Not really differentiating my accents very well, am I? There's more than one English accent. Locked. Don't any windows open in this stupid place? I didn't bring my trunks. The water is deep and smells strongly of chlorine. This pipe looks like the pipeline comes away from the pool and goes under the lawn. I wonder where it leads. Good golly, Miss Molly. Someone's done a real number on this lawn. Digging their way out? No, it seems more like they were looking for something. A very tall, very tall, very smooth, very sturdy. I don't want to get any dirt under my fingernails. I can't climb them. I could use my Grolly to get over the walls, but I understand there's a ravine on the other side. Better not risk it. You should at least have yourself a look. What would be wrong with taking a look, you know? It's in a book. A Reading Rainbow. Now, I'm going to be doing one video per day. Well, in-game day. Ah, a new arrival has graced us with his presence. I expect there's a lot you want to know. Join the club. So let me see if I've got this clear in my head. You're all trapped in this house by some invisible intelligence. Right. And you can't leave. Nope. And as soon as I entered, I became trapped too. Pretty much. Why? Why would anyone want to keep us prisoner here? Maybe they're just lonely. No, if they just wanted company, they'd have shown themselves. Maybe they have. Maybe one of us is behind all this. Ooh. Oh, don't be silly. Why would any of us want to trap a load of people here and pretend we didn't? I don't know, do I? Don't speak loony. We mustn't squabble amongst ourselves. Hampered by paranoia and suspicion, we don't hinder each other. I suggest we assume for now that we four are all innocent. I agree with that. Humph. We five, including AJ. Where is he, anyway? I couldn't find him anywhere. I saw him just after I arrived, but he ran away from me. Well, that's odd. Listen, Mr. Trilby. We work as a team in this house. That's how it's been since it started. So we all have to share information. No secrets. So why did you come to this house? He's a cat burglar. Why do you even have to ask? Well, I didn't come here to take part in some bizarre Big Brother event, that's for sure. Is there anything you would know about this house that would help? Anything at all? I doubt I know much more than any of you. All I know is the last heir just died and it's supposed to be empty. I guess you're not much of a help then. But I suppose an extra pair of hands is always useful. Still not completely clear on a few details. Do I get to ask you all some questions now? Sure. Just ask any of us what you like. Miss Taylor. Yes? What do you know about the mansion? Well, I've heard some pretty disturbing stories about it. Here we go. There have been stories of weird happenings around it for decades, ever since the first disappearance of the original owner and his son. People have gone missing in the area around the house more than anywhere else in the country. People from all walks of life. People like us. Don't say that. How did you come to be here? I only came down here for a documentary. There have been a lot of interesting old ghost stories lately. We figured we'd put something on Defoe Manor and would pull in some ratings. And not because you thought it would make interesting viewing? This is why I hate television. Excuse me, I was talking. I arrived here before the camera crew. I was supposed to wait for them, but I couldn't resist just taking a walk around the grounds. Next thing I knew, I was in the backyard. I looked all over, but I couldn't find a way back to the front. It was my own fault. My own fault, really. Yes, it was. What happened to your camera crew? I've no idea. They probably just left when I never showed up. I'm sort of glad they didn't get mixed up in this, too. Wouldn't your car be outside? Oh boy. Why, that's so sweet of you to ask. Oh, we're in for it now. I'm a correspondent for the BBC, but you probably already knew that. I'm afraid I don't watch much television. Oh. Well, I do outside broadcast for the news, mainly. Sometimes I present documentaries or variety shows. Whenever I'm needed, really. Very much a Jill of all trades. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. So, Jim. Yes? What do you know about the mansion? You little rapscallion, I bet it was all your fault. Your fault! We all used to tell each other it was haunted. Why? Were there any stories or legends attached? Well, a friend of mine used to say a crazy hermit lived here. You killed people and ate them alive. Oh, well, I'm certainly reassured. How did you come to be here? It was so stupid. We climbed over the school wall at lunchtime. Why? It was a dare. We were going to see how long it would take the school to find us. Then we came across this old house. And Richard dared me to knock on the door. Bet me £1 I wouldn't do it. My school was like that. Broke my collarbone playing pylon once. Shut up, Philip. What happened next? Well, I was about to knock on the door, but it opened by itself. I heard Richard dare me to take a step inside. So you did, and the door closed behind you, and it wouldn't open again. Yeah. Your friends didn't call the police or anything? How should I know? I guess they didn't since nobody came. That was on Wednesday. The school probably knows I'm gone now. I see. Tell me a bit about yourself. Like what? I don't know. Where were you before you came here? I was at Treaty boarding school not far from here. Been there since I was 10. My parents moved around a lot, you see. How old are you now? Nearly 16. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah, really messing up that accent. But I pretty much decided that Jim's going to be slightly cockney. Mr. Hardy? Yes, Mr. Chilby. What do you know about the mansion? Plenty. I read an article in this month's Treasure Hunting Monthly. It was built by some explorer guy, Roger Defoe or something like that. His wife died giving birth, and he and his son went missing some time later. Hell, maybe the article could tell you that better than I. I'll let you borrow it. Thanks. Just don't mess it up too much, it's for my scrapbook. How did you come to be here? Well, I came to look for some artifacts. I'm sure you had the full consent of the Defoe solicitors to do so. Oh, shut up. I just heard that some old family tomb somewhere under the building. I mean really old. Anything inside probably doesn't belong to anyone, so finders keepers. I managed to call in a few favors and get over the ravine around the back wall. Excuse me. And of course I couldn't get out again. How many people know you're here? A handful, I suppose. They wouldn't get suspicious till I go missing for months, though. Tell me a bit about yourself. About me? Well, I'm in what you'd call the import-export business. You're a thief. I'm not a thief. I'm a treasure hunter. I only take what belongs to dead people. Since they're not using it, you know. Our new friend here, he's a thief. True, but also a gentleman. And I only take what I'm sure no one's using too. I'm sure that's a great comfort to them. That's all I wanted to know. Righto. Anyone else see a pattern in all these stories? Which pattern would that be? Seems to me the house only traps people individually. Didn't try to trap Prim's friends. Or Simone's camera crew. It's only letting us in one at a time. You're talking about the house like it's intelligent. Surely it's more likely that there's just some joker behind all this. Maybe. But how did they know we were coming? How did they know to leave a window open for me, risking one of you finding it? You think the house is haunted? I wouldn't use that word, but I definitely have a very odd feeling. Like we're being watched, I suppose. Yeah, maybe this is one of Simone's rating winners. Excuse me? Yeah, locking people up in a house against their will and secretly filming them? Sounds like a natural reality TV progression. It's also highly illegal. Wouldn't stop some people. Where the hell has AJ gotten to anyway? I was hoping he'd be here. He's been doing some research on the house and he was going to share it with us tonight. Maybe someone should go looking for him. What now? It's getting pretty late. I bet I'm beginning to feel tired. Yeah, me too. Damn it, cat! Right in my mouth. Ah. If he still hasn't turned up, oh, all right. But we look for him as soon as we get up. Day 2. What was that noise? Oh, Jesus. No. Simone? Philip? Jim? Oh, God. Who did this? What the... You did this. Stay back, I'm warning you. Who are you? Boogity boo. Christ, I never dreamt so vividly before. So disturbing. Blues 1. And Blues 2. And we will end this video here. I am the Blues 32. This is 5 Days a Stranger. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.